Alright, so I'm going to try to real quick show you guys how I got my Airstep Lite connected to my new Quad Cortex. I've really enjoyed, I used my Airstep with my Fractal FM3. I got it connected to where I could have this away from my pedal board, like more towards the center of stages, so that I could change patches from there instead of having to run all the way back to my pedal board by my mic every time I finish a solo or anything like that. So it's been very convenient. I switched over to the Quad Cortex just recently and really love it, and I wanted to incorporate the Airstep to be able to do the same thing like I was saying. So I figured out how to do that, and I just figured I'd share a quick video because it took me it's not hard, but it kind of took me a second to figure it out. So first things first, you buy one of these Yamaha Midi Bluetooth controllers, MD BT01. Get one of these and you connect it to the Quad Cortex here. It's got a Midi in and a Midi out. You connect it obviously to the correct ports. Pretty easy. After you do that, you want to go into your, before you do anything else, you want to go to your app store and download Midi Meter, MIDI MITTR. It's an app there. And so when you first get it, you go to connect to devices down here and it'll show up, and you hit connect, and mine's already connected right now, but it'll show up and you tap that and it'll connect like that pretty quick. So that connects this phone to the Midi Bluetooth from Yamaha. All right, so that's that. And then you grab your Airstep. First thing you want to do is make sure it's in Bluetooth mode. And so to do that, all you got to do, you turn off the controller, and then when you turn it back on, you want to be holding this very right button down, and it should blink blue. Okay, and that tells you that this is ready to be a Bluetooth transmitter. All right, so from there you go back into your app, and you will see, if you go to, you should see your Airstep pop up in the when you go to the bottom left MIDI ports. Sorry, bottom left MIDI ports like that, and you'll see the MD BT01 and the Airstep. You should see the Airstep show up there, okay, on both the sources and the destinations. And so you want to make sure you toggle these two for the sources and destinations, just like that. And then you go into your Airstep app. You need to download the Airstep app, which I would assume if you have an Airstep you already know about it. And for the Quad Cortex, if you're in like I had it on my FM3. This is my old FM3 control combo up there. So I wanted to get it to the Quad Cortex. So all you got to do is go to this and scroll down to Quad Cortex. And they have a Quad Cortex and they have a Quad Cortex combo. I chose the combo, and so I've already installed that onto bank 5 down here, right here. Okay, one thing I quickly forgot to mention was in the Airstep app that I downloaded the Quad Cortex combo, and if you notice that it's programming the Airstep to change scenes E, F, G, H, and then the last one is a tuner. So this would be E, F, G, H, and then a tuner. And that's how I have mine set up down here. If you have an extra Airstep like I did, that would control scene A, B, C, D, and tempo. So I just happen to luck out that these are the ones I use to change scenes. But if you wanted to change these things, all you have to do is go in here, and then you'd have to reconfigure them to do other things. And that's a whole nother video. If you want to know about MIDI channels and numbers, you can find whatever the commands are on the Quad Cortex user manual. But that's, it became super easy because it just already happened to line up with what I need. Scene E, F, G, H are the ones I use live to change scenes. And then these top are my stomp pedals. It's a hybrid. But I just want to throw that in because I forgot to mention that. Pushing the buttons and it started working immediately, which is pretty darn cool. It was pretty easy, pretty quick, but took a second to figure it out. There's no videos on it, so I figured I'd try to share with you. So once again, you want to make sure this Quad Cortex combo is selected on your Airstep app. Okay, and in order to get the Quad Cortex and the Airstep to communicate, you have to use the Midi meter app and make sure that the sources and destinations both have the MD-BT01 Bluetooth and the Airstep Lite toggled, or else it won't work. Okay, so I hope this helps somebody out because this was very cool and it was actually pretty easy. Once again, make sure this is in Bluetooth mode because previously it was in a different mode because I was using it to connect to my old Airstep that was on my other pedal board. So you want to make sure when you turn this on, you're holding this down and that's blinking blue. So that tells you it's ready to be Bluetooth receiver or transmitter. Sorry. All right. Hope this helps you guys. Take care.